Hi, I'm Ashley.
I'm Jen.
And I'm Sarah, and we are Unabridged, the podcast where teachers take on books.
Join us each week for bookish episodes and check out our website, unabridgedpod.com, where you can find lots of new bookish content every week.
Find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at UnabridgedPod and message us there or see our website to get plugged into the Unabridged community. You want opinions about books? We've got them.
Hi, and welcome to Teaching Tidbits number 22. This is Ashley here with you today, and I am so excited to talk with you today about the Calm app. Last Teaching Tidbit, Sarah talked about the importance of self-care and especially how important that is right now as we are continuing to endure a very challenging situation in the classroom. And so I wanted to add on to that and just kind of expand another resource available to teachers that you might or might not be familiar with that can be great for you personally and also great to use in your classroom. I actually touched on this one very briefly early on in the Teaching Tidbits when I talked about mindfulness and books that promote mindfulness in the classroom. That was Teaching Tidbit number 4. And I just mentioned how much I love the Calm app and find it really useful in the classroom and also at home. I have a now 5 and 7-year-old, and we use the Calm app every day, so I'm a big fan. And I just really wanted to share a few things with you about it. First, if you sign up, I will link this in the show notes, but if you sign up as a teacher, there's a couple of extensive resources that are free and available to you that you can download. One is focused on self-care for educators, and the other is 30 days of mindfulness in the classroom. And so those are available to teachers. There is a more limited free version of the Calm app, and it includes mindfulness activities, meditation, those kinds of things for kids of all ages. It is more limited. The premium version has a lot more to choose from, and it is 40% off for educators. So I think it winds up being around $42 a year if you choose to subscribe to that as an educator. And again, that's available in the link that I'll provide for how to get started with that. But the main thing I wanted to share is just that what I love so much about particularly the meditations and the activities for kids. So there are ones that use famous characters like Thomas the Train or Stillwater from the TV series. And it helps them. Poppy is on there from Trolls. And what I love is that the meditations teach kids how to handle their emotions in a way that both accepts the emotion and also works through it. And I really appreciate that. I've shared many times in our regular podcast that I am a really passionate person. I am quick to anger, and I've had to work really hard as an adult to work through those emotions and both to accept that part of myself and also to find a way to manage that. And what I love is that even though there are a lot of different characters, there are different people who do the recordings, all of them have that central focus on the breath, on the way that we can ground ourselves, connect ourselves to nature, and that through doing that, we can calm ourselves and feel more at ease. And I find this so effective. Like I said, at home, I use the ones for younger children with my kids, but they do have ones for all ages, and they are ranked according to age so that you can get a good sense of what would be best for your students in your classroom. There's also a daily calm meditation that you can tune into anytime, and those are new daily, and so that's a great practice. I am not great about doing it every day, but I do love to tune into those, and I find it very soothing to listen to them and to go through the meditation with the guide, and all of that I just think is really great. So I wanted to mention that today because I think that as the world around us continues to feel so uncertain, there is a lot of comfort in training ourselves and our students and our classroom as a community to work through the feelings that we have and to have some coping mechanisms in place for when things feel uncertain. And I just have really relied on that so much, especially after the start of the pandemic with my own kids, and have found it really effective. So I just wanted to highlight that app. If you have not explored it before, you can download the free version and see what is available for yourself and also for your students. And I just can't say enough about how much I love it. I will say that at home we use the sleep stories as well. And I use them sometimes when I'm struggling to sleep. And then also my girls really love to use them when they're going to bed. And those they are always adding to, and I'm really impressed with them. They would be a great activity that could be done in the classroom. It doesn't have to be at sleep time, but it could be a rest time, especially with younger kids. If you have a time that you're looking to have quiet time, maybe it's after lunch and they just need a break and you would like to have a guided activity. They, like I said, they're always coming out with new ones. They recently came out with a Minions story that my kids absolutely love. There are several Thomas the Train stories. There are several Poppy stories. So again, all of those are geared toward younger kids. There are plenty of stories on there that are more appropriate for teenagers and for adults. But I just wanted to share that those resources are available as well. So if you go to the show notes, you can click on the links to get started with those things. But again, on your phone, you could download the app and sign up for the free version and just check out what's available. But I just really wanted to mention that as a follow-up to what Sarah said. That has certainly helped me through some hard days throughout the pandemic. And I just wanted to share it with you because I love having those routines in place and having those anchors and things that I know that I can turn to help navigate a difficult situation. Thanks so much for listening today. I just wanted to remind you that we do have a Teachers Pay Teachers store, and if you are looking for classroom resources, check out the Teachers Pay Teachers store. We're just Unabridged Podcast on there, or you can go to our website, unabridgedpod.com, and under Support Us, you can connect to our store. And we're always looking for things that people are interested in having more of. So let us know if there's something you have in mind. You can drop us an email or message us on social media at unabridgedpod and let us know a resource that might be helpful for you. Thanks so much for listening.
Do you have comments or opinions about what you heard today? We'd love to hear them. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at unabridgedpod or on the web at unabridgedpod.com for ways to support us. To get more involved, you can sign up for our newsletter, join a buddy read, or become an ambassador. Thanks for listening to Unabridged.